everyone's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, hopefully everyone enjoyed the last episode. My Father's Day was great, honestly. As you can see, this brand new stave up here, the Bourbon Judge. My lovely daughter got that for me as a Father's Day present. So my favorite, hands down, Father's Day gift. Shout out to my baby girl again. Love that kid. But I want to change up a little bit. So today I want to start off with 3 cool comments, right? Just want to just change up a little bit. So number 1, let's go back to the last episode. My man Mojo, gosh, I love this guy. Mojo, one of the coolest dudes around. I won't say the whole comment verbatim, but he basically said, hey, show the Bourbon Judge some love. Subscribe to the damn channel. Now he used some other words. I'll let you go back and check it out. Mojo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support, my brother. I really do appreciate it. Second, I'm giving it up to my man Blake. So Blake watches the channel. We go back and forth a lot. Actually, this wasn't on the video, but it was on Instagram. Blake reached out and he showed me a bottle of an El Martini that he actually acquired. So that was like one of his, I'm talking his list. One bourbon that you really wanted badly was El Martini, and he found it. So, hey, I was super happy for him. So congrats, my man Blake. I'm very happy for you, brother, again. And then last but not least, gosh, one of my original subscribers. I'm talking about when I had 200 or 300. My man Dave Markowski from Massachusetts. So Dave reached out in the last video. He just commented. He said, hey, Bourbon Judge. He's like, you can get to 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, but I really think you need to, partner and start, collaborating with other channels. The next day, oddly enough, actually, Scott, so shout out my man Scott from my bourbon journey, reached out and said, hey, let's do a collaboration. So that is in the works. Great idea again to you, Dave. I do appreciate that. And hey, being that you obviously can see into the future with Scott reaching out to me, I will take the lottery numbers. If you don't mind sharing it. We could do the Powerball, we could do whatever, but maybe if you can give me the lottery numbers, that would work also. And I'll even split my earnings with you, Dave. So, alright. Alright, let me go ahead and pour this. So, gosh, I've had so many people in the last year reach out and say, hey, Bourbon Judge, why have you not reviewed Pikesville? It's a staple rye on the market. Get it on the channel. Come on, man. Just come correct. So, we are going to review Pikesville. So what do we know about Pikesville? Well, of course, number 1 comes from Heaven Hill. And when you go back to, let's call it some the story of Pikesville Rye as a whole, this is a Maryland-style rye whiskey. Obviously produced now by Heaven Hill, but the company, the original distillery and the product started in the late 1800s. Obviously, you had Prohibition in the early 1900s, and then after Prohibition came back, but it changed ownership throughout, let's call it the mid-1900s, and then the last 20, 30 plus years, it ended up with Heaven Hill. So now Heaven Hill does own it, and they are producing this still as a straight rye whiskey, but a Maryland-style rye whiskey. So, what does that mean, Bourbon Judge? All right, when you think about rye whiskey, you have historically rye whiskey back in the day. I'm talking in the early 1900s, after Prohibition, of course. Rye whiskey was primarily produced in Maryland and Pennsylvania. But what made rye whiskey from Maryland different is that they used a high corn mash bill. So obviously rye, 51%, is the primary ingredient, but the secondary ingredient is actually corn. So a Maryland style rye traditionally sips closer to a bourbon. So if you're a bourbon guy or gal, you probably will love a Maryland style rye, right? And that's actually kind of how I am as well. I love a Maryland style rye, hence the reason why I'm a big fan of Sagamore Spirits. Yes, I know their product is sourced from MGP, but they are distilling their own right now. But I do love a Maryland style rye. I love a rye that has a high corn in the mash bill. That's just kind of what works well for my palate. So let's dive into this a little bit more. So Pikesville Rye from Heaven Hill. We all know Heaven Hill. They make Elijah Craig, Larceny, their own Heaven Hill based name product. And then, of course, here Pikesville is one of the other sub-products that they make, or sub-brands, if you will, coming in at 110 proof. And the age, as it says on the back of the bottle, is at least 6 years. So it's at least 6 years. And the cool thing about Pikesville, other than it coming in at $50, which is extremely affordable, the best thing about Pikesville Rye is that you truly can find it. I mean, we're talking maybe not every single liquor store, but at least a normal, decent liquor store that has a relatively good selection. You're going to find a Pikesville Rye. So it's truly very affordable. As you can see here, it won the 2015 Double Gold Award. Judges unanimously agree. I was not one of those judges. We'll see about that today. All right, let me go ahead and get into this bad boy. Oh, man. I will say, damn, it's been a minute since I've had Pikesville Rye. I can't lie. It has been a long time. Ooh. All right. Folks, I need 3 favors. Number 1, hit the comment button. Drop me a comment. If not right now, by the end of the video, let's go back and forth. That's what this is all about, right? Just having fun, enjoying ourselves. Number 2, hit the like button. And last but not least, that big, huge subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Come on. Hook me up, right? Hook me up. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this, folks. So from a color standpoint, this is nice. Very nice. It's actually dark. A bit darker than the traditional rye, which is cool. Probably because of that corn that's in there. So it's a little bit darker. All right. That's cool. Not bad. Uh-oh. Folks, we have spillage. Oh, damn, that's funny. So a little bit darker from a color standpoint. That's so funny. Let's get into the nose real quick here. Not bad, not bad. Woo. All right, so from a nose standpoint, what's kind of cool is that I'm getting a ton of like some cherries, some caramel, the pepper. A little peppery, a little spicy. Almost like a cinnamon mixed with like chocolate, almost in a way. It's like a cinnamon chocolate. Gosh, this smells delicious. Like a cinnamon chocolate, some caramel, some pepper, some cherries. This is actually really nice on the nose. And I should say, so the mash bill for this bad boy, 51% rye, 39% corn, so high corn, 10% malted barley. That nose says, let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy. Hey, I say this each and every week, and I mean it. Peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you guys and gals for watching the channel. My man Scott, I know we're going to be collaborating pretty soon, brother, so thank you as well for inviting me on the channel. Cheers, everyone. All right. Let me get a little bit more. Let me just make sure I can really kind of just digest this one. Let me just get into this a little bit more. Hold on. So, well, hold on. Before I get into the palate, there's a drop left. We know we never leave, in this case, a good whiskey rye whiskey in the glass. All right. So, first and foremost, what I like about this, well, I love the price point, first and foremost. But I love that everything from the nose transferred to the palate. You had the caramel was there. You had a ton of like the cherry, and it's almost like chocolate and cinnamon kind of combined, which is definitely different than your traditional rye. But because it's a high corn, I should say, rye, if you will, right? Because it has a ton of corn in there. It has a ton of like caramel also mixed in. So this, folks, if you love a bourbon and a rye kind of almost blended together, you will probably love this because it sips much more like a bourbon than it does a rye. Now, I will say the finish was here, and then it kind of just slowly faded away. From a finish standpoint, it actually, I mean, it sips maybe closer to almost like a bottled and bond, like 100 proof than it does 110. It's here, but then it just slowly kind of fades away. But that's okay. I'm cool with that. It's a little warm out. It is summer. So, as the Bourbon Judge would say, is this a buy or is it leave it on the shelf? Folks, this is a buy. I mean, honestly, this is a staple of a rye whiskey. You cannot beat this product. For $50, available almost all over, aged 6 years, coming from Heaven Hill, who know exactly what they're doing day in, day out. Folks, this is a quality product. I loved it. It's been way too long since I've had it, so I'm going to go ahead and have some more. Peace out. See you guys.